One day the disabled controller came to see Bert, Mike and Rex. The small controller was on holiday, so the disabled controller was taking over his duties whilst he was away. Please be careful on the old route, he warns them. We're afraid of a dam overflow, so, just be careful. And he left. Just after the disabled controller had left the yard, Mike said, Who cares? I've tackled that route many times in my life when the dam was in danger, and nothing has ever happened to me. There's always a first time, said Bert. Don't you remember Frank's accident? Asked Rex. He was a bit careless too. Geez, I remember he wouldn't stop complaining for weeks. Frank's just a careless engine in general, said Mike. I'm up to date, top speed, and I can tackle any line. With that attitude, Mike, said Bert, you're definitely going to have an accident. Said Mike, you're just jealous. You're just a careless engine, Mike. Never mind, said Rex. Let him learn by himself. The only thing that I'm going to learn is that there's nothing important to learn from you two, said Mike. That afternoon, Mike was pulling a very heavy train. At the top station, his tankers had been dropped off and his trucks were hitched. He then continued down the line. The track near the dam sloped downward a little bit, and at the edge of the ravine there was a very sharp curve. Engines were supposed to slow down as not to derail on the curve, but Mike was being very careless. Then it happened. Mike was stuck. His trucks crashed into a big bank of earth. Rex was pulling a coal truck when he heard the crash. What's wrong? Asked his driver. I heard a crash, said Rex. Please can we go and inspect it later? All right, laughed his driver, but first we've got to go and deliver this coal. Meanwhile at the dam, nothing was going right. Although Mike's driver wasn't hurt, he had a hard time getting out of his cab. And soon he went for help. On the other side of the dam, the water was rising fast. Mike felt that the dam started to crumble. The water level was rising furiously. Water began to leak at the bottom of the hill. Mike was sinking, but what he was experiencing right now was nothing compared to what was going to happen. Water rushed from the flows into the flooded. Soon Rex arrived. He was shocked to see that the water was rising really fast, and a few minutes later it was level to the rails. And Rex thought they'd better go. Not too much longer after Rex had left the area, the disabled controller came to see Bert. Bert, I would like you to go along the line that Mike went on. He's running late and, I'm kind of worried about him. Yes, sir, said Bert, and he puffed away to find Mike. While Rex had left and Bert was puffing towards the area, a landslide fell down and blocked the tracks. Rocks fell down into the lake. Bert crashed into some of the dirt and derailed. Oh dear, said Bert. I do hope help does come soon. That evening, The disabled controller came to see the 3 engines. Bert was covered in wet mud. Rex was just a little dusty from the day's work, but the 2 engines together couldn't compare to how dirty Mike was. He had been fished out from the mines using cranes, but he was now battered and filthy. "You have caused a great disturbance," said the disabled controller. "From now on, the railway will just have to do without an engine. I hope you are sorry." And he went away. Mike felt foolish and very wet, and he didn't even say a word.